Looking for a fragrance, but you don't got a lot of money? These are 10 cheap fragrances for young men. Hey, Chad.
How you doing, James?
This is Chad from A Gentleman's Journey, guys.
What's going on, guys?
He's another fragrance reviewer on YouTube if you haven't seen him. He is the first person to feature me on a fragrance channel back when I had less than 100 subscribers. 10 fragrances that Chad and I recommend for dudes on a budget and who are also younger. So these fragrances tend to cater to the younger person. And I know, Chad, you tend to feature a lot of affordable fragrances on your channel.
Yeah, that's what my channel is pretty much. Just fragrances for the everyday man, you know, someone who doesn't like to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
I do some niche ones, but I'm more of the cheapskate, and I'm proud of it. Number 5 is actually going to be Ferrari Scuderia Forte. So this one, it has plum, it's got vanilla, it's got cinnamon, apple, woods, and pineapple. This one here is an older guy could rock it, but for me, I find it has more of a younger man's vibe. It's a great school scent. It's also a going out fragrance. There's definitely a little bit of sex appeal to this one right here.
Ferrari. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's my brand. I know. I pumped that one hard, and I don't get paid for it neither. That's some crap too, man.
Well, they just pay you in cars, right? My first cheapie recommendation at the number 5 spot is a classic Perry Ellis 360 Red. So this is a fragrance that I used to own way back in the day. Actually, I picked up a second bottle of it as well. It is a clone, essentially, of Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. And I put it on this list, even though Acqua di Gio is kind of like a men's fragrance, but it's been so long now that I don't think a man would really want to wear it unless they want to relive their childhood. I think it's still a great fragrance and a fantastic value because you can get one of those big old red
cylinder ones that look like something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but maybe I shouldn't because I don't want to get demonetized.
My second one is actually gonna be from the house of Calvin Klein. This is Calvin Klein Eternity Now. This one could actually be worn by the ladies as well, but it's marketed towards the men. So you get starfruit, you get coconut, vanilla, star anise, ginger, tonka bean, tropical getaway resort in a bottle. I did a video with Bradley from channel Triple Ink, and we both enjoyed this one quite heavily.
Piggybacking off of the Calvin Klein vibe, my next recommendation is CK1 Shock. This is a fragrance that I wore when I was in a music theater school, being a bit of a jazzy, handsy kind of guy. I still am.
Yeah.
CK1 Shock really shocked me with how nice that opening was.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Well, yeah, definitely intended. CK1 Shock is this beautiful, like sweet, spicy fragrance. It has a nice use of cardamom as well, and it just is such a pleasing fragrance. The performance does vary on certain people. You know, just like with any fragrance, there's gonna be someone that's gonna say, oh, it lasts like 30 minutes on me and then it's gone. I mean, give it a few wearings and maybe you'll change your mind, but I've had pretty good performance with it. Not as good as you'd think based on how sweet and spicy it is, but just a fantastic fragrance. The bottle, I mean, some people like it, some people think it's tacky, but I think it's very youthful through and through, and I think it's a solid choice considering how cheap it is.
So my third one is from a brand that I do like, but they're more so known for their Icon series.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's from Alfred Dunhill. This is Alfred Dunhill Desire Blue. So you get lychee, sea nuts, you get citruses, you get lotus, tonka bean, you get musk, and more. It's very fruity, it's citrusy, it's very sweet. This one can be pretty cloying if you over apply, but it's more of a fun type of fragrance. You could wear it to school, work, sure, but I find that this is more of a fun, casual type of fragrance.
My third pick for this list is Mont Blanc Legend. Mont Blanc makes a lot of really good fragrances, especially for the younger demographic. I'm a huge fan of Individual because of original Santal vibes, but I put Legend on this list because it kind of smells like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, especially, you know, the Intense version. But the original, it's a little more wearable year-round. Intense is kind of leans cool weather on my skin. It's a fantastic fragrance, compliment-getting fragrance. Again, some people online will say their performance is even better on the Mont Blanc than on the Abercrombie. I can't agree with that because I have Fierce and it lasts all day on me, but I love Mont Blanc, and it kind of gets overshadowed by, you know, the Yves Saint Laurents of the world, maybe just because they make pens, you know? Really recommend Legend, and Legend Intense as well. Kind of pick your poison with those two.
So the next one is actually one that no one has really talked about except for me and Chaos Fragrance, really. This is Guess 1981 Indigo for Men. So with this one, you get fig, iris, coconut, lavender, there's some sage, oak moss. The iris and coconut along with the fig are very prominent in this one. If you are going to like a semi-formal daytime event, by all means, but this could be worn to school, casual, going out to the clubs, but also a date scent. This has a sweet, playful, flirty type of vibe for the playboys out there.
Nice. Yeah. That's really nice. I can't make a cheapie list without mentioning the house of Zara, and this one's called Vibrant Leather. If you don't know it, now you know. Vibrant Leather is a very good fragrance. It's fruity, it has a bit of woods to it, it's a little bit on the musky side. If you haven't heard of Aventus, Vibrant Leather kind of smells like Aventus. But what I like about it is it focuses on the more fun side of Aventus. So there's not gonna be like a huge smokiness to it or like an oak moss birchiness to it. It's more about the fruity aspect. And if you like playful, fun fragrances and you like pineapple and, you know, maybe some black currant, Vibrant Leather is great. It doesn't smell like leather, so don't think that going into it. But if you just want an easy to wear fragrance that is more suited for the warm weather, but is kind of versatile, I mean, you could technically wear it year round, just be ready to reapply halfway through the day because it is one of the softer performing Aventus alternatives out there. For the value, it is my second best option on this list.
And the final one that I find is a great fragrance for a young man. This whole brand is very economical. Tommy Hilfiger Eau de Prep. So with this you get lavender, juniper, you get clary sage, suede, grapefruit, and amber. This one really is like a dressier, playful type of scent. Eau de Prep pretty much is what it signifies. You know, dress a little bit more preppy than what we're dressed as. But it's a great school scent, but this is like a little mini. This costs like 15 bucks. You can get these online, but I'm sure that you can get these down south at Ross, TJ Maxx, and any type of retail store like that.
And for my number one fragrance, this is one that I used to own. I don't have it anymore, but it is probably one of the best value purchases for fragrances that I can think of. You know, in the era of cheapies and colognes, there's a lot of them out there, there's a lot of options. But this is one that was kind of one of the original cologne houses. This fragrance itself is a bit minty, it's a bit of a sandalwood feel to it. You may smell like your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend when you wear it. It is a clone of Le Male. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my number one cheapie for young kids is Cuba Gold.
Oh, classic.
Cuba Gold. What's beautiful about Cuba Gold is everywhere you find it, it's gonna be less than 10 bucks.
That's true.
It's like right now, I just looked online and it's on Fragrance Buy, I think it's $7.99.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy value.
In the shape of a cigar.
And it's in the shape of a cigar, you know? Like, again, it's a cylindrical shape, like 360 red, but a little less assuming and questionable, if you know what I mean. But anyways, guys, we're just trying to save you money. Chad here, the cheapie king, is joining me, and I'm really, really happy you did so.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have a link to Chad's channel in the description, so please check out his content. And also, there's a video right here about cheapies, if you wanna click on that.
And perhaps right here.
And maybe I'll put the subscribe button right there too. This is just our opinion though, guys. Right, Chad?
That's it.
Get your own.